Okay. Hello, good evening, and welcome. It's Wednesday. It's e-commerce Wednesday. So let's talk about something very e-commercey, if that's even a word. Um, so let me just check it's working. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, let's get rid of that. So let's take the holding page off. Otherwise, you can't see much, which isn't so much fun. Okay, here we go. Let's just bring that up a bit. There we go. Okay, so today, basically upselling and magnets. So this is all to do with e-commerce. So that's the context we're talking about that in. Hang on. There we go. So yeah, so let's do that. Oh heavens! Hang on. Right. There we go. So just do that to the others. Okay, so I've still got this super heavy microphone because my headset was crackling. So anyway, so upselling and magnets. So let's do magnets first, I think. So we may not even get time to do upselling, but let's do the magnets. So the basic, issue is that you've got your. I'm going to do this for circles. I might do this for circles. Can I grab a circle somewhere? Yes, I can. Right. So the basic thing is that didn't work for some reason. There we go. Is that you've got your your e-commerce store, okay, and you can drive traffic to it, from adverts or whatever, that kind of thing. What should we have? There we go. Okay, so this is basically adverts, or paid traffic, whatever you want to call it. So that's all great, but then it's very what should we say? Very linear. You put $1 in, you get $2 out. It's that kind of thing, or at least you hope you do. So so that's okay. But what we want to really do is to find other ways of getting traffic. Ideally for free, really. It's not it means around the bush. So how do we do that? So the basic problem is that well, no, there's an option. So for the first question is where where do shoppers hang out, really, basically. Um, so there's a few answers for that, really. So oops, that's way too small. There we go. So one of these answers basically is going to be on shopper feeds. So for instance, Google do a shopping feed. Okay, if you go to Google search, and they actually have a category for shopping, where you can run adverts basically, but you're only charged if they click. Okay, get that right one day. There we go. So that's one thing, because they're definitely shoppers. Okay, so, and you're only paying it's kind of on results when they click. I mean, it doesn't guarantee a sale, but it's they're obviously highly interested in buying something. So then it's just up to you to convert, to persuade them to buy it from you. So that's one thing. Another one is basically basically coupon sites. Okay, and there are a shed ton of those, and we'll talk about that in 1 second. And the other one, and and Groupon is one of them. Although I'm not necessarily suggesting you do a Groupon deal, but I'm just saying that's one of the heavens, one of the options. So it's really hard with this heavy microphone, right? Because I've got to do both hands on the keyboard, copy and paste. Anyway, and then the other one, because that took me so long, I've forgotten. But review sites. Might be another one. Which may include, bloggers and that kind of thing. And then we'll just put another one in, just because it's to complete the kind of. I did that wrong again. To complete the cycle, which is, influencers on social channels. Okay, so none of those are free, and I said I was going to show you some free ones, but what I want to suggest to you is that you can become any of these yourself. Okay, so if you think about influencers, it's just a social account which attracts a lot of buyers, and then you can monetize that by farming out paid posts, or what we might have used to call it, advertorial or something like that. But there's nothing really to stop you doing that. All it really requires is a different mindset. Okay, and it doesn't. And also, do bear in mind that you don't have to do this yourself. Okay, the number one, rule of making money, really, I guess, actually, is basically that you can outsource anything. Okay, so you can either do it kind of more permanently, and you can have a VA, or you can post job gigs, or why isn't my V coming up? Thank you. Or you can just contract somebody on a one-off freelance kind of thing. So you don't have to do this. Your job, your real big job, is to to be the visionary and to keep the wheels turning and to keep the momentum happening, which is the thing that only you can do. But things like writing content or finding news stories or anything like that, that's not really anything that you need to do. So it doesn't matter whether you like it or not. If you like it, you can do it if you want. But the point is that you can farm all this out and get it done. So when I'm saying this kind of stuff, I don't necessarily mean that you personally have to do it. You personally have to organize it, and you probably personally have to pay for it initially, because that's the other side of not doing it yourself, is that you have to pay for it. But because we're going to get a return on investment on this, it's not an expense; it is an investment. Okay, if you get the right thing, if you pay to get the right thing made, and it brings in profit, then it's absolutely not an expense. It's another version of advertising where you put $1 in and get $2 out. It's another machine. Okay, so all we need to know is what the machines are. So you can set up the influencer account. I wouldn't contract that out because you want control of the of the asset. But basically it's going to become popular because of content and outreach. Okay, and that's what you pay the outsourcer to do to get you the content and the outreach happening. Now again, review sites and blogger sites and stuff, again, nothing to stop you creating a normal blog. Again, you create it, so you have control, and then you can pay somebody to put review content up there. Now obviously it may not be 1,000% impartial, but hopefully what you stock is very good, so they can, with all honest heartedness, say how good the product is and how it fits in and who it's for and who it's not for. There's no problem excluding people or pointing up bad points. That's all part of the review process. But the basic thing is that if you have something like 5,000 visitors to a blog, or you have really even 2,000 fans really, but if you can go above that, 10,000 fans. If you look at some of the influencer directory services, they will take you on and pay you to to influence people. If you've got an audience over 2,000, and and typically these will be worth like $100 per post, something like that, or per influence, depending how you phrase it. And the same thing with review sites and blogger sites. If you put those into like a banner ad system or a paid guest posting system, or even as part of a PBN or anything like that, they have a very distinct value. And again, if you can get the traffic up to something like something over 5,000 hits per month, then that would cost you maybe again almost $100 a month. Just to keep the maths easy, we might just say 100, but I think it's actually more like 70. But something like that. So if you set these things up and you get them to that kind of scale, then that's £100 worth of paid traffic for you right there. Because instead of you having to pay somebody else to influence and somebody else to review, you actually own these properties and you do it. Now I know that's not necessarily what you signed up for. Maybe you're a shopkeeper, but as I say, it doesn't matter because you can outsource it. Okay, all you need to do is to set these properties up. And again, you could get somebody to actually, technically help you with that. But you need to register the domain name. You need to register the account, just so that you're in control of it. Okay, that's all. But anything else, the actual daily, content, population and that sort of stuff, you can just outsource. Okay. Same thing true of a coupon site, and you could even actually, make some money, particularly in related fields, by offering out your coupon site to other people. But to get it kick-started, again, you can apply your get your VA to even just swipe some coupon codes off of somebody else, because it doesn't matter. We're not here to make the commission off of the coupon, okay? Because we're not a coupon site. But what we want is a coupon site, so we can just borrow somebody else's coupon codes. Now they won't mind particularly. I'm not a lawyer, but assume that they won't mind because they're making all the money. You're helping them to make money, so I don't think they're going to have an issue with that. You're not actually stealing the money from them or anything like that, or redirecting the traffic or anything like that at all. You're actually helping them to sell more stuff with their coupons. So it doesn't matter, they probably won't mind if you use their coupon codes. Now, obviously, if you want to, you can go, to the extent of, joining the affiliate schemes for these coupons and, actually using your own coupon codes and earning money off of those, coupon codes. And that's fine. By all means do that. It's probably worth it. It's extra money. But that's not our end game. Our end game is to, get, maybe, it could be anything really, but, even 1,000, but, more likely, with a coupon site over time, you get 10,000. So if you have a site that's getting 10,000 visitors per month, all looking for coupon codes, and yours is some of the coupon codes, then again, that has a very, significant value. It's another source of paid traffic that you're not really having to pay for. You just maintain the site, pay your VA to, to manage it, to update it. And, there's no actual, cost, other than that in terms of, stock or, anything like that. So it's really, kind of as easy as that, really. So, instantly you can see that setting these three things up, not really necessarily that hard. Technically they're all just kind of, very normal sort of WYSIWYG content really. And that's kind of it. And you can, as I say, you don't need to do this. Okay, that's the important thing. That I want you to really realise is you don't need to do this personally. You just need to arrange it. You can outsource it. If it costs you, say $40, to set it up in the first month, and it's going to be worth £100 a month in traffic to you, then you're more than doubling your money straight away. Okay, and then in month 2 maybe you're only paying £30 a month to maintain it. Maybe it just needs less what's the word I'm looking for? Less momentum done to it. And then it's only costing you £30 a month to get £100 worth of traffic out of it. So again, you're almost tripling your money now. Okay, and you can set up as many of these as you like as well. Remember that. For slightly different things, or the same thing. But each one is going to collect a different set of people, most likely, and they're all going to do the same kind of thing for you. That you would be spending £100 a month. Pretty much on any of these. If you were, if you're doing it externally, and we're just, by creating these assets, we're just bringing it in house, and you just, there is money involved or time involved to set them up, but that's kind of it. And once you've got them and they have momentum, they just need tickling with new content, and then basically, they're yours. You own them. Okay, that's a very powerful tool to have. So the shopper feed's the one that we can't do so easily to emulate it, but we can pay for it, and it's pretty cheap, and so you're only paying on the actual clicks. But the other thing that's important from this is that how do I put this? Is that we can basically own the space. Okay, by not necessarily setting up a feed. Okay, but options to a feed, like not really reviews, but resource sites. So you can set up a resource site or a resource channel, and even if you just curate this. Okay, so again, if it's curation, you can automate it. You wouldn't even need a VA really for this. But basically, we could curate interesting stuff in that niche, and that would get us a kind of a feed, kind of thing. But it's not a review site, because it is it's taking the role of a shopping feed, but it's not just like an RSS catalog as such, but it has that effect because you're taking the most popular deals. And if again, there's nothing really to stop you swiping this or being inspired by, I should say, but basically swiping, because you can take the deals that are complementary to what you do, that are not competitive with what you do, but in the same vertical. So like if you sell handbags, then you can bring in offers from other people for what did I say, handbags? So shoes and scarves and gloves, because you don't sell them anyway. But people who buy shoes and scarves and whatever else I said, they probably buy handbags. So again, if you can get your feed to be popular, then then that works well. And you could go the extra mile, and you could incentivize it, and you could get partners to to do it. But basically it's a resource, and most people won't mind mentioning, sharing, a resource. Okay, because it's not out and out selling. It's a resource for people who want to buy the stuff. You're doing them a favour and advantage. But the important thing is to own the space, and we own the space by basically doing related offers to what we do, which provides a great value to the to the viewers, buyers, whatever we want to call them. So that's basically it. So I'm not suggesting you need to set up an actual shopper feed type thing, but you can do these sort of things. Now, another offshoot of that really could be a classified site. So again, you can set up kind of, they're not automated, but they're self-managing websites, blogs really, which run classified ads, and people can post their stuff on it, sell their second-hand stuff, which clears the space for them to buy your new stuff. But basically your end game is to once they've sold their old stuff, is to get them to buy your new stuff. Okay, and again, what you encourage them to sell, may not be what you sell. So again, it could be, used scarves, shoes, and whatever else I said. While you're actually really, owning the handbag section and offering your new handbags, on it. So the classified site, again, because it's kind of I'm going to say that word now, autonomous. It's not really any strain on you, at all. And the difference with all of these four things that I've shown you here is that they are all basically evergreen assets. Okay, so the products you stock will come and go. They'll change, and go out of date, and new models will come in, and it's a moving target. So when you pay ads to those things, you're paying ads, and getting traffic to a moving target, which will change. Undoubtedly, it will change. Probably, possibly fairly quickly. Whereas when you build these four things, you're actually building, evergreen assets, because the site, and the fact that people, bookmark it and come to it, is, they're always going to do that, for as long as they want, anything like that stuff. So, if they're a woman and they're going to buy more than one handbag in their life, then, they're going to, basically bookmark and come back to, to that site, because, they're always going to have an interest in it, if you see what I mean. So, these are good evergreen assets to, to build, because of that, reason. As I say, you don't need to do, the maintenance of this, or whatever you want to call it, because you can just outsource it, and even if it costs you, $20 or whatever it is, it doesn't matter, because as I say, you're going to get results from this. So it's not an expense; it is an investment. It's just that it's very often the case, actually, in that you need to know. Let's have that one. You need to be focused. Basically. Excuse me. There we go. You need to focus on your end game. So if your end game is handbags, then you don't care what you do about makeup or anything like that. Okay, or shoes, or what else can I pick? Anyway, you get the point. What have I written? Good heavens. Handbags. There we go. So you don't really care what you do about shoes and scarves and whatever, because your end game is handbags. But as I say, the people who buy, handbags and stuff, will almost, who buy shoes and scarves will also almost definitely want, your handbags. So it's not carrot and stick, that you bring them in on what you don't care about and what you can do lost leaders on, and it doesn't matter if you make money out of them or not. That's why if you use the coupons, you don't need to source your own coupon codes, because we're not there to make money out of coupon codes. That's not our end game. Now, if you want to, that's fine, but I'm just saying it's not actually the end game. The end game is to just get people to come to it because they want coupons for whatever, and then you're going to sell them the stuff that you actually want to sell them. And again, you can offer an internal coupon or not, but to make your own stuff appeal to coupon seekers, is you just need to create a coupon, which is literally just a code. It's just a number. And you don't care if people go through hoops to qualify and get the coupon. You just want to give them the coupon, give them the price, and get them to buy the thing that you want them to buy in particular. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So these are all very easy ways of and as I say, evergreen assets that are basically to promote your store, that you can control. And that when you invest time and energy and money in creating these, they're going to keep you in good stead for a good time, because they're not products, and they're not going to go out of date, and they're not going to go out of fashion, and all this kind of stuff. So although it may not be what you signed up to do, because you would just want to run a store, in terms of paid traffic, you would probably very happily spend money on these paid traffic sites. So rather than doing a deal with Groupon, you just create your own, coupon site and discount offers and discount newsletter and whatever, and you just pay somebody to create that and email it out or whatever, and you just make sure that you win every issue, because you actually own the newspaper. Okay, there's nothing, it's a very common kind of business technique, is to it's just to own the medium, really, basically. So we can set all these four up pretty cheaply. They might cost 50 quid to set up, but they might then only cost 20 quid a month to run. You can have as many of them as you like. You can scale this as much as you like. You don't have to have one of each on Monday. You can just start with one whenever you want, and you get that to work. Whatever it does, it's going to help you. Any extra sales it brings in finances it, and it will bring in extra sales, because these kind of things that's what they do. You just need to to get it to the level the kind of levels that we're talking about here of viewers. And then obviously you can do whatever you want in that process, and list build, or remarket pixel them, or web pushes, or SMS, or whatever what you want to do, because again all these things are things that people would want to follow. Okay, they would want to bookmark it, they would want to come back, they would want updates. Okay, they want updates. So now it's not a case of getting them on your list, it's about giving them the updates. Okay, and that's the very simple, very beautiful difference. And because you're not selling them anything at this step, also they have no objection to going into your list, because they want they want the updates, they want the news, they want the offers. Okay, you're not selling them anything directly. You're giving them huge value by showing them all the places that they could get more stuff, and one of them just happens to be yours. And you'll probably be the only, if you sell handbags, you'll probably be the only handbag thing on there. But if you don't sell shoes and scarves, it doesn't matter to you what you do about shoes and scarves. Okay, yeah, I think you get that point. I've made it like 5 times now. So it's not that you compete or be the best in, or set up a review site of what you sell. You set up a review site of things related to what you sell, and then you run ads and content pieces and link bait and whatever else kind of things on the thing that you do sell, and you're the only presence in that vertical or horizontal, whichever way around it is. But all the stuff that you don't sell and that you're not likely to sell very soon, that's the stuff that you can leverage basically to just get the eyeballs in. Okay, the only job of that is to get the eyeballs in of people who are interested in that kind of stuff. Okay, and then when you've done that, then you close them with what you actually sell with your actual end game and do it. But as I say, building these up creates a long-term asset, and people will join your list and get on your notifications, whatever, because they want the stuff. You're not having to force them or persuade them, or their guard isn't up because they think because you're trying to sell them something right now. You're actually helping them. You're giving them value. And then you close them with your real end game. So that's really it. I don't think I can explain it any better or any deeper than that. And I think that's it. And obviously in the meantime, when you're building it up, you can go to these external places and you can pay them the going rate to use them, and you can see which ones kind of work best for you. But as I say, that all of these are very cheap to set up. You don't have to do the work. Okay, that's the key thing. I'm not asking you to take on more stuff. I'm asking you to manage it and pay a very small amount of money, and it's an investment, not an expense. Because when you create this content, these assets, these evergreen assets, you're going to get return on investment on them. So they're not an expense. They're an investment. Okay, so it's just like ads in that you put $1 in, you get $2 out. You build these assets. You do spend money or time or energy, or outsourcing to get these to the level that they need to be at and to be updated and be fresh and all that kind of stuff. But then you will sell off of them or because of them or whatever you want to phrase that, and you will get way more return. On the thing. So it doesn't matter if it costs you 100 quid to get 10,000 people to one of them, because you only need to sell an item, one item of 200 quid or 4 items of 50 or whatever, and you instantly get your money back, probably a profit. And also there's the lifetime value of the customer involved as well. They're not likely to just only ever buy one handbag off you. They're likely to want, at least, possibly one per season, or at least, one per year, or, 2 a year. And, the next year comes and they'll do the same again. So, you can see how valuable this list is, because you're controlling the space. Okay, you're not just taking market share, you're owning the space, and that's really the big, that's the big gotcha kind of thing. There. So I'm actually going to put that in a slide just to make sure that we are both on the same page of how important it is. As we said, it's not just taking market share. Hang on, there we go. It's actually, as I say, owning the space, and the money, the big money, the real money, is in owning the space. And once you own the space, if you want to, if you get tired with, e-commerce selling, you can rent out your this thing as a service, because you can charge others to advertise in your space. So again, once you set these assets up, it's your space, and you can do what you want with it, really, basically. So that's it. So I shall see you tomorrow for the next one, and that's about it. So do it. As I say, it's something you can build. It's not very expensive. Just build it up, keep going at it, keep chipping away at it, and one day it will just take off and give you way more than you expected. So that's it. See you then. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.